we about to take off. Got everything loaded up, I think. Tons of rods in the back. Man, I don't know what I'm doing with all my rods. Why I got so many rods. I got half my rods in my rod box. Ready, going to Grand. Toyota series. Kind of going alone, man. Actually, the only guy I'm staying with is Watson. And a local old Wayne Diffie, little compound I always stay with up there. Alma's not going to be there. Jason's not going to be there. Russell's not going to be there. The usual suspects won't be there. It looks like it's just going to be me and O Worldwide. It's going to be a good time. Let's go. Let's rock and roll, man. We out. I always hate when I'm leaving. Oh yeah, I might need these two things. I know I'll need this, my money pole. I kind of use it as my push pole, kind of around docks. So I'm staying at's pretty secure, but small chance I stop by Texoma and fish a tournament on the way home because they might be on the beds. So I just might want to stop in and get a 2-for-1. We're gonna see what the weather's like and how I feel and make top 10, things like that. But I sure don't ever mind stopping by someplace on the way home and getting in an extra derby. So we're gonna check that one out too. But it kind of sucks, man. It's gonna be it's kind of almost like a solo trip, man. I can't believe everyone's not going to Grand. And I think we're gonna hit Grand like prime. And it's not gonna be like Grand in the past, so I think it's a little dirty. I wouldn't mind it dirty if it was a little bit higher. And I wouldn't mind it, I'd like it clear no matter what. But I don't think it's gonna be clear. I know they're gonna be dropping it and pulling on it. And if no rain pops in, it'll pull some of that clear water from the creeks and start clearing it out. The whole place doesn't have to get clear. Just certain places would be nice if they were clear. And I know everyone's been asking, hey, am I gonna fish the opens? When am I fishing this year? Well, the beauty about this year is I wasn't gonna sit there and pin myself down to a certain deal. I thought I was gonna fish the Central Opens. I'm gonna fish some. I'm just not gonna fish as many as I thought I was. Here's the deal. They canceled that Smith Lake one. They have the last Toyota series on Rayburn the same weekend as the Pickwick, the Bassmaster Open Central Division on Pickwick. So I decided to give up that Rayburn one of my home lake and drive all the way to Pickwick to fish the second of the Central Opens. Well, now it's going to be the first one. Well, the problem is I've done pretty good on my first two Toyota series. I'm sitting 4th in the points. I'm not that far out of the lead for Angler of the Year. I get to qualify for a championship if I make it top 40. So basically on Rayburn, all I got to do is catch them for I bet you a 100th place finish will make the top 40. Probably even less than that. I could probably make a 150th place finish and probably still qualify. And that's a big deal because the championship is for a lot of money. And ultimately, that's really what I'm in here to do, is to make some money in the fishing, or put myself in the best position to do that. I know qualifying for the elites is a big deal. I gotta be honest with y'all. I don't want to go broke trying to qualify for the elites if, especially this year, they can call it a Central Division, but I mean, 2 of the tournaments are in Alabama. It's a little bit more difficult. It puts a lot more local guys at play right there. And I mean, it is what it is. I'm not saying I couldn't qualify. I'm not saying I'm not trying to, but I also, like I said, don't want to give up a chance to, one, make Angler of the Year. And the Angler of the Year is a big deal to me in that deal. And the reason is because I have 3 Angler of the Years in the whatever you want to call them. They're called Toyotas now, Costas, Everstarts. I've got 3 of them. I'm the only, I think, U.S. citizen. So I think there's a Canadian that has them in the North Division, has 3 as well. I think it's one of the Johnson brothers. But I'm the only one, a U.S. guy or whatever you want to call it, that has 3 Angler of the Years. That's a big deal to me. I've got 3. I've got a 2nd place as well, so I missed it. The last year, I fished all of them. I came in 2nd to Dickie Newberry. Man, I had it. After day 1, I had it, and he came back and caught enough on day 2. Not to beat me, but his points. I think he beat me by a couple points. But I have a chance to try to make another Angler of the Year this year. I would like to have 4. I'm not gonna lie. I'd like to be not only be the only person with 3, but the only U.S. person with 4. So that's a goal right now. With one tournament left on my home pond, that's something that's achievable. It's like I'm not gonna fish that Pickwick event, and I might only fish 2. And if I win one of the opens, I will not be going to the Classic. That's a risk I'm willing to take. And I, I'll put it all up in God's hands. If that's kind of how it works out, that's how it works out. I usually don't look back on stuff like that. It makes sense. It's a logical decision, so that's what I'm gonna go with. And I'm not too worried about it either way. And plus, I probably have a lot better chance of winning a tournament on Rayburn on my home lake. I don't have to travel. I don't have to practice as much. I will probably spend 3 times less money to fish it, and there's a little bit more money, honestly, in those Toyotas than the Opens. So, because usually they fill up the Rayburn events pretty good, so there's usually quite a bit of money in there. So, like I said, it all makes sense. If I was trying to qualify for the elites and it was do or die, it'd be a different story. But the elites, if I was really worried about that, I'd have been fishing all the opens. But like I said, that's not a very smart money-making decision. And since I don't have someone paying all my opens, all my entry fees, and doing it all that way, I'm not gonna do it. That's just, like I said, I wish I had someone paying all that money, paying all my entry fees, but that's not the case. So I'm gonna make my own schedule to a degree. So anyways, thought I'd catch y'all up on that. I know a lot of people have been asking. That's my plan. All right, this trip hasn't turned out to be the greatest so far. I haven't even made it. First gas station wouldn't take my credit card. Both pumps. Any credit card if they were like stupid. So I was like, the next town's not too far away. I'll just go to it. Went to it. None of the card readers worked. So then I had to go pay inside, which I hate. This 18-wheeler's trying to race me. Hey dude, like, it's red light coming up. Or you're taking a right. Either way, I'm not racing you. So I go and pay, and I don't know if y'all know, I'm realizing that, Whataburger's just a freaking thing down here, right? I mean, I don't think much about it. It's Whataburger. I did kind of feel like a Whataburger hamburger. They had one there at the gas station. I know a lot of people that are not from Texas don't know about Whataburger. I know people that moved away from Texas. That's one of their things they do. If there's Whataburger around, like before they leave Texas, they go get Whataburger. So, it is what it is. I've just been used to it. Maybe I take it for granted. But they had a Whataburger. I'm like, man, that kind of sounds pretty good. So I went to go get one of those. I sat in line for 9 minutes. I can see where you order. I just couldn't get there. For 9 minutes, we never moved. And I'm like, all right, there's, I'd say 9 cars in front of me, and we haven't moved in 9 minutes. I'm not the smartest guy, but I can start doing multiplication, and that seemed like a lot of minutes. That added up really, really quick. So I left. But I think there's a Whataburger in the next town. Now that I got my mindset on eating a Whataburger, I kind of wanted a Whataburger. Anyways, now we're off to the next town, and I'm gonna find a Whataburger in there. Yeah, got my Whataburger. I was gonna get it. Now, was I gonna get a large chocolate shake? Yeah, guess so. Once I had my mindset made up, it was giving me some Whataburger. You know what I'm saying?
Man. You can't be driving too fast with that window down with all that stuff in there. There's no... How? How does all that stay in there without it flying out? That's impressive. I will say that. Very impressive. Got him some walking stick. I'm serious. Look at that. And he got some Whataburger in there too. Oh yeah. I just want to know how he drives without that stuff flying out. Well, we made it here last night. It's pretty late. Hung out with some buddies of mine, Cowboy and them. They were up, and so I kind of went over there. Hung out till pretty late, visiting with them. I hadn't seen them in probably like 2 years. But we're here now. I'm about to go get it done. It's a nice day. Like, God, it's nice when we get these like nice days to go practice, man. Load up all of our stuff. Let's get on out there, see how good grain is, man. This is like becoming one of my favorite lakes. So let's go check it out. I'm throwing this spinnerbait. It's been a great practice. I've lost one, and then I lost the blade off this one, and I don't have any more of those blades really. But I found another blade. It's not as big, but maybe that's a good thing. I don't know, but I threw it up there. Normally I'd have said I was hung up. I pulled up a treetop, but there's like a 4 or 5 pounder on it too. So I think I had her on. I guess she got off as I was pulling that tree and the fish up. So maybe found a little something out. Start clearing up at some point. Then pulling. I don't care who's down there, but dude.
Oh, I get it. Yeah. I just don't know how much water you can just even get in there. Because that's where your A-riggers are going to be and all those guys.
Yeah, I can tell them get that out of my way on side fishing. I'd say it's got quite a bit of color.
I'd say.
All needed.
Oh, really?
Yep, it's all needed. We came up there. We went stupid slow though. but like I look down there, I'm like, yeah, you got it.
Oh, chub. Oh, that's nice.
I guess I got one.
Did it?
Yeah. Why not? Did not take long. That first cast when I hit bottom.
How deep?
Like 8 foot.
No matter as long as you get them in.
Is that a fish?
Yeah.
Dude, that's right where I got bit. You know that, right?
It's close.
Dude, it's freaking real. Remember, my bait had to get down there a ways. What if I can still out of it?
That's how, yeah. They eat it too, like bad. Turn up all the water on the top.
Maybe you do. That ain't gonna dude, it ain't freaking hard.
Got my jig, man. I'm the big bass of the day. I'm making dropping. I was waiting for you to say that.
We just want to see the complexity of this normal looking house. And then you come to the gargoyles, the chained gargoyles on the front with the cave boat ramp. Don't forget the tree growing through the house, through the roof, with the gala spaceway, breezeway covered into this open deck that then goes into a trailer, possibly, with some swing sets, an eagle. There's got to be an eagle in the place like that. You see that eagle wings right there? See the eagle wings right at the I mean, it's got a whole lot of everything going on. All right, we got a tree growing through the deck over here too. So I like the fact that you got the American eagle, the chained gargoyles, and then little Miss Priss over here on the steps over there, like a little Miss Priss gnome. You know what I'm saying? Like, huh?
Know what I'm saying?
You see it? Oh, is that what you said? Know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I know what you say. Yeah.
I know what.
That's just freaking all-American right there. That's called Oklahoma is what that is.
If it done, it will. Oh, yeah. Take it off. Where did that come from?
We have these
Charlotte was. Oh yeah, we looked through the boats.
Yeah, oh yeah. Big in it.
Yep, yep. A lot bigger than I thought. A lot bigger than I thought. You didn't think it was that big, did you?
No, that's a big one.
Hey, look at that thing.
That is a big one.
Big one, dude.
That's a 6 plus. That may be bigger than that.
Look at, I want to see how much it weighs. Oh, you got that? You're way up.
Are you seeing how much is it?
753. So look, 753.
Almost 7.5 pounds. Look how, I mean, how do you guess that? Look at the gun.
But that's, I didn't think it was going to go that. Here, let's get the camera real quick. Oh my gosh. How do you guess that?
You can't.
Look at that. That's incredible, isn't it? Do what? Well, I don't know. Do what? No, it's not too bad. Do what? This morning? Yeah, I'm probably gonna need it when it's all said and done. I know. That's what I'm talking about. Man, can y'all just sit down here and just catch crappie after crappie?
When they come in, good. They're just starting to come in.
Just a bunch of small ones though?
Yeah, the big ones haven't been yet. I'm lucky to catch 5 or 6 if I fish 4 hours through the day. I just live here. I actually run the Nichols team series.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, that's I moved up here. Started being stuck walking there on a good retire. This is actually my stuff.
I'm good friends with Bradley Hall, man, Sam Wayne Disney and all them. Paul? Yeah. I usually stay at Paul's house. Wayne didn't have, it was only me and Watson, and Hallman didn't show up, like a bunch of guys didn't come, so. Well, I saw a guy yesterday, that's why I asked. He was catching them one after another, but he said he'd have to catch 10 before he catch them a keeper. Yes. All right, thanks, man. I hear good things about the tournament, Ron. I've always tried to get in them. Like, I've always tried to time it where one of those things is like the weekend before or after one of these big events so I can get in it. But no, I know. Hey, man, I understand that scheduling's tough.